don't know. It's not. Oh, hello and welcome to Not Another Leeds podcast with me, where tactical analysis evaporates and chaos reigns supreme. And today we are joined by two guests because Kevin isn't feeling well, and I hope you get well, so Kevin. First, we'll come to the most slipperiest man to pin down than a soggy salmon in a KY jelly factory. It's Ollie Ward. How are we doing, Ollie Ward?
I'm very well. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. As we were saying off air, I was banging out your tunes earlier. Nothing to say.
I'm glad you said my tune there. To be fair.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You never know. Yeah. So welcome back to the channel, mate. Everything going good over on your channel?
Yeah, I think we're doing well. Obviously, international break has been a bit of a difficult one for all of us, really. Just content creators in general. It's terrible, but yeah, Leeds back this weekend, ready to get another 3 points. But yeah, I'm all good, mate. I'm all good.
Good. That's what I like to hear. And we're going to our resident regular, Karl. Welcome back to the pod. I believe this is your 100th appearance in 5 days or something like that.
Yeah,
How are you doing,
you
mate?
said
You all right?
you said there'd be something in the post anyway, like, so I'm kind of hoping it's decent, like.
Well, we've we're tax ban and all that. You have to be careful. It's just it'll come. Don't worry, mate. It may not be money. It might be some sort of anthrax or something. Who knows? It's a surprise. Yeah. It's a surprise. Welcome back, mate. It's good to see you. And James, how are we, buddy? We all good? We happy that the international break's over?
Oh God, I can't wait. I'm so happy. Thank you. Leeds are back, ready to smash the Swans, and they might break our arms.
The Swansea. The Swansea. We don't like the Swansea, do we? Yeah. Whose coat is that?
I don't really care for them.
You see them too. Right. As I said, chaos ensues. And not only are Leeds back this week, ladies and gentlemen, it is the return of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And I must, I have to, send my best wishes with Patrick Bamford, who is out there in the jungle this week. So he's facing Bush Tucker trials, like score a goal.
Injured,
and try not to get injured. Right, let's
get recuperating.
He's doing something, Karl, and it's not. He's probably on the bench over there. That's what it's. But yeah, it's good to see that everyone's good and in the comments as well. Welcome, lads. Top banana. Good to see you, buddy. Right then, let's get on to some. We'll start with some news, shall we? Radrizzani. Let's start on a high note. Radrizzani has been in the comments to some fans. Karl, have you seen these tweets from Radrizzani?
I did, yeah.
Fun at some fans.
I thought after living in Leeds for a little bit longer, he'd maybe learn how to put a sentence across, like. But he got it completely arseways. I understood what he meant, but then it's just like, nah, just stop talking, just leave it there.
Yeah.
Can someone tell me?
Have you seen these tweets?
No, I haven't seen these tweets at all. Is it from today?
No.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's knocking about today, and basically, he's on his. Radrizzani's on his knees begging Elon to come and take over Italy, run for prime minister and stuff like that. And a fan quote tweeted him saying, "This used to be our owner," and then he screenshotted Leeds United in 13th place the season that he bought us. Do you know what I mean? But then again, Ollie, do you think he's still got Adam Forshaw tied up in his wardrobe?
I reckon so. I mean, just take the red wine away from him. He always, every time he tweets, it's the red wine. And yeah, no, he's an odd one. I'm kind of he done well for Leeds, but it was kind of like it was time he needed to go. He was embarrassing himself quite a bit. Just not even on about Leeds. It was just his social medias were absolutely terrible. But yeah, I didn't see them tweets today. I'm surprised they didn't pop up.
Yeah. We've had two.
They're really fresh.
Yeah.
Go on, mate.
Sorry, we've had two mad Italians. One is a Class A whore, and the other one was a Vino.
Just a whore.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. Yeah, whoring himself out, James. Yeah, out to the 49ers and all that kind of jazz.
Just different. just what is it with us and owners? We just can't seem to get decent owners. Well, the 49ers are okay for me, but that's a different story. Why people sending me vicious tweet? Oh, never mind. Yeah. So James, what about you, mate? Would you just shake a bottle of wine and throw it over Radrizzani just to get rid of him?
No, I'd give him more. Just keep giving him it. Keep letting him tweet, mate. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, what he did for us was okay, but I think what was good about us was clearly Bielsa and the way he got us playing football. So he did well getting him in. We'll say that. Boy.
Yeah. Thank you for that one good season in the Premier League, Andrea. But, go and do what you have to do. Right, let's get on to something. Ollie, I'll start with you, mate. I want to know, who's your player of the season so far? We're at game week 15 or something like that. My brain's not that good today. But who's standing out for you? It can be more than one player, but if you had to have like a top two.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this not too long ago because I think it was the EFL put out a tweet like, what's been goal of the season, player of the season, and manager of the season. And I'd struggle to put any goals we've scored in there. I mean, Farker's doing a good job, but I think, Sunderland boss is doing all right as well. And player of the season, I don't really know. Obviously, we're doing very well. I don't think necessarily individuals are standing out for me. Kind of like Somerville this time last year, or Rutter was your man. You'd sort of say for that. I think Pascal at the back is doing a very good job. He looks a real leader. Obviously, the clean sheets were kept this year. Tanaka, him coming in, I don't think he's played enough to call him player of the season yet, but he is very good, and can't wait to see more of him. But I'll probably, toss up between Tanaka and Pascal, really, because, them two have been... I think everyone's put a solid 7-8 in this season. I don't think anyone's been necessarily terrible, but and actually quite an underrated shout would probably be Joel Perreault, because we give him a lot of stick as fans, but he's scoring goals this season. And I mean, when he doesn't score goals, he does look like he doesn't belong on a football pitch. But when he's scoring, when he's scoring, he looks good. But that's always that like argument really with fans, like between. Sorry, I'm kind of just taking over it. Joseph and
I love it.
Perreault. It's like Joseph does your run in, your hold up play, looks good on the eye, but doesn't score as many goals as Perreault. What would you rather your striker do? Perreault like doesn't do anything for 85 minutes, but scores a goal to win it in the 90th, or Joseph who creates chances but like doesn't necessarily get on the score sheet? Do you know what I mean?
I agree, mate. That's
you need them both at the moment.
Yeah, true.
I think you need them both. I think Joseph wears them out, doesn't he? And he just comes on and finishes it off. But I actually think Pro's been quite good as well in some games, better than what we give him credit for. In some games, he is shit again, but he's been better than what I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, go on, Karl, mate. Go on.
I'm sorry, man. I was saying on the pod there on Tuesday, it's the way that Fark kind of has to work it is where he picks the opposition whether to start Pirro or Joseph, where we know a team is going to sit deep. So you start Joseph because he's going to harass the centre backs. He's going to run them ragged for 70 odd minutes. Then you bring in Pirro, who, he'll drop a little deeper and the centre backs won't know what to do when you swap him out with Joseph after 70 minutes. And then if the team is coming to attack you, you play Pirro because he's finding them little pockets of space to be able to break when we break. And he's the best finisher at the club. Yeah. By a distance, like. So it's a dilemma that Fark didn't think he'd ever have, would be that I've got two players. They've both got the qualities of basically I want one player with both qualities, and it turns out it's Patrick Bamford, and he just can't get in the side and score goals either. Like,
I think it's also a thing as well where it's like Perreault is definitely better off the bench, but if he keeps coming off the bench and scoring goals, he needs to start because he's scoring goals, and it's such a difficult dynamic we've got. But I think he's been quite underrated this season. To be fair, Perreault.
Yeah, he's done well. I think he has anyway. Yeah.
He must have changed the strength of his weed in his joints because as the season goes on, he's either getting tighter and tighter,
or increased it. We don't know.
Yeah, as output is shit.
You never know, mate. Yeah, one between each finger. Like,
I need more, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pipe.
Get the canoe pipe. I don't know what that is. That's a canoe pipe, apparently.
Yeah,
James, what about you,
sure.
bud? That's a different type of canoe.
Probably like Solomon, Bamford, them top players. I think they've been like really sort of really good and really, they've blown me away. Probably agree. I'd have to say Strout's been really good. A lot better than Rodon. Rodon's been good as well, but Strout's just like gone to another level. He's really, really, really comfortable there, and he's playing well as well. Like he's playing out with the ball, he's making these passes into the forwards. And then Tanaka as well. He's not really put a foot wrong, apart from that one dodgy pass where it didn't really go anywhere, and I think he cut off his finger or something for dishonouring Leeds or something for doing it. He's been amazing. It's been amazing. I actually quite like Radrizzani as well. I think he's been like he's grew, and especially Nonto with him, them two playing together. I've really enjoyed them watching them grow as well. So, them two and probably Radrizzani as well. Yeah, go on, Karl.
Sorry, I was going to say, do you know? I'd love to see Willie in the 10 role and Radrizzani alongside him on the wing, because their link-up play, like James was saying there, is fantastic, and they seem to be buzzing off each other the same way him and Cree did last year. So if we're stuck for a player to play the 10, we bought Nonto as a striker, not a winger. He's used to playing down the middle. He plays in the middle for Italy under-21s at the minute, and he's been quite effective, to be fair. And their link-up play, as well as having the likes of Firpo behind Radrizzani as well, those three could be devastating if you could link them up a little bit more by altering the shape of the team a little bit, perhaps.
Yeah.
Aronson as well, though, to be fair. Aronson's been pretty good.
Yeah.
I've been quite impressed with Aronson as well. He's handled the championship a lot better than I thought he was going to. And he's influencing games as well. Which,
he's also done the thing that like Voba hasn't. He's kind of earned the fans back a bit, Aronson, by his performances. but obviously Voba hasn't had a lot of time. But when he played against Borough, I mean, he was absolutely terrible. But what I like is that Aronson.
He wasn't playing against Borough. What were you lying for?
Aronson.
He was on the pitch, but he wasn't playing.
He's having a picnic. He was.
But Voba is just all he's done since he's returned at the club is talk to the media, saying there was a bit that he said about we've got 3 great centre backs at the club, including himself in that conversation. It's like you need to.
He's on about DeBayo, mate.
Yeah. To be fair, he looks a decent little player. To be fair, but I like Brendan as well. I think he still gets he still gets bullied off the ball, but he wins it back, which I really like that.
It's like an angry little chihuahua for me. Go
on.
It's just I think he is good. His work rate's very good, but I feel like that his final product is passing for me. That's it. That's what I was going to say. What were you going to say, Karl?
Well, like you mentioned that he gets dispossessed a lot. He does, to be fair, but any number 10 that's trying to be progressive is going to get it's going to get the ball taken off them quite a bit, because they're trying to get into areas that other players aren't tasked with getting into. So if he's running at defenders, he's obviously going to get dispossessed a lot. But one thing I have noticed is that he's taken less touches on the ball in certain areas, whereas before, when he was here, he'd get on the ball and he'd try and just do too much with it. Whereas now he gets it around like the final third line, and he just basically he turns towards goal and tries to play it off, within the second, third touch. And it's quite nice. So, but people say he gets dispossessed a lot. He does. But if he wasn't getting dispossessed, you'd be going, well, why isn't he getting on the fucking ball more?
Yeah.
So it swings and roundabouts there when you look at it. He's just not, for me, he's not a finished 10 by any means at all. We need a proper one there. But he's doing well. I'm not taking away from it. Like.
Yeah. And he's withdrawn from the USMT with flu-like symptoms, but I think it's turned out to be just a bit of a cold, so that's good to see. Radrizzani, you mentioned there, might be an option this week. according to the press conference. He's been on the training pitch, which is good because I feel like we've missed Radrizzani quite a bit. It's maybe he's had some ramen zani noodles there, James.
He's definitely had some of them, mate.
The next bit is Phillips has spoken about a possible return to Leeds. I think it comes around. It's just an easy link for me now. Karl, would you take Phillips back now? I mean, is there any room for him?
I think the 4 players we have in midfield now, whatever about Phillips, he hasn't had a good season since he left Leeds. And for him to get up to speed, he hasn't though, let's be honest, he hasn't. He's won loads of medals without doing fuck all.
Even the last season with us, it weren't great.
Yeah, but I think with the player, like when Ampadu comes back, I think Ampadu does the same job, but he understands probably the system more, whereas Phillips, he's probably a bit more progressive in how he plays with, getting on the ball, getting it wide straight away, doing whatever, but sometimes our play can be a little bit more passive before we get to a certain point and then it explodes. So maybe he wouldn't fit in there at all, because you've got Tanaka, like the lads were saying, and yourself, that he hasn't put a foot wrong, bar that pass, which Pascal cleared up, which was grand, you know what I mean? So it just proves Ollie's point that Pascal is a level above in this division. So it's mad. I as much as I'd love to see him back in the centre of midfield and doing what he did for us under Bielsa, you kind of time's passed for that. It's like this rumour with Ryan Kent the whole time. It's like, no, it's the one that or it was like Milner. It was coming around every season. Oh, he's going to come back. He's going to come back. And it's just like, let's just leave it be. Leave it be. He's gone. We've got 4 very capable midfielders who haven't really put a foot wrong all season, bar getting injured.
Do you know, I've never really noticed before tonight, Karl, how a rich Irish tone your voice has, and it's very soothing. I want you to read me a bedtime story.
Only just realised. Only just realised.
I've just took. I wasn't even listening. I was just his tones and words were just flowing through me, and I felt relaxed for the first time all day. So, Karl, I'll be getting you an audible through my contacts.
You have to stand in the corner of his bedroom and just talk to him.
Fucking hell, could you imagine?
Perch on top of my door like an owl.
Keep going, Karl. I'm nearly asleep. Keep going.
Go to sleep, Danny. Go on. It's okay. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, fine. You bastard. Ollie,
11 o'clock.
I've got work in the morning. Ollie, what's your thoughts on this, mate? I mean, is it just an easy link for you? I mean, a question I want to pose to you as well is when Ampadu and Grover fit, who do you drop, Tanaka and Rothwell? I mean, it's an obvious choice for me, but I'd like your opinion.
With the Kalvin link, it's difficult because Kalvin is probably my favourite Leeds player. I know it because I'm maybe a bit younger than you guys. Don't know.
Here we go.
You all guys look
ageism, fucking ageism.
You all look, mid-20s. But I mean, Kalvin growing up was just a player who I loved. And when I'm actually from Suffolk, so when he went to Ipswich, it was a difficult one too. And I think the sentiment of him coming back would be good, but I think like kind of Karl said, we don't necessarily need him. He hasn't had a good season since Bielsa left. I know because that last season under Jesse Marsh, he was injured half the time anyway, but he wasn't very good in that. I think it kind of would just be a nice sentiment for him to like. I kind of what he said in his interview is kind of like Leeds were dying to have him if we went up. It was kind of just like, I didn't know who to choose, Ipswich or Leeds, but it wasn't just necessarily Leeds were going to go, we want you back straight away. And like you said, at Man City, he's got the titles, he's got the medals and things, but he hasn't done much. Similar with West Ham, obviously. And he started his season all right at Ipswich, but obviously he'll be in and around the relegation zone for a majority of the season. But I think we've got capable midfielders. I actually think if we do go up, we need better than Kalvin Phillips. So, for me, it would just be sort of like a sentiment thing, but I wouldn't want him back unless he's begging to come back, and then I'll take him. I'll pay for his wages. But the whole when Ampadu and Gurev come back,
I want him to come back.
Ampadu and Gurev thing is difficult because I personally would like to see Ampadu and Tanaka together. I know they play similar. I actually now look at our midfielders, and if I had to rank them in sort of order, I'd probably say Tanaka and Ampadu, you could put 1 and 2. I actually think Rothwell gives you more than Gruev does. And I don't know if that's recency bias because I haven't seen Gruev in a long time. But I don't think Gruev gets back into the starting 11 for me if he was fit. I think Ampadu definitely does. I would like to see Ampadu and Tanaka, but I don't know if they're too similar. I don't think we have a ball progressor really there. But that would be my midfield too, Ampadu and Tanaka. What about you guys?
We said that. We all said it straight away.
What about you, James?
Didn't we? Yeah, we said that.
Well, I don't think I finished the sentence and you went Rothwell will drop. I didn't even finish the sentence and you went, yeah, Rothwell's out.
Yeah. So that would be my 2 as well, Ampadu and Tanaka. But I think Tanaka's undroppable. You can't drop him.
Yeah.
Even Rothwell's been brilliant as well in there, but he does die sometimes in games where Tanaka's just consistent, bang, 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 bang. So yeah, I'd probably drop Rothwell, Ampadu. Gruev, to be fair to him, this season he has been more advanced and he has tried some shots off here and there. But yeah, Ampadu, Tanaka for me, because I'd like to see Tanaka a bit more forward doing his little passes that he does.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that, James.
I
Man,
agree.
yeah. You like a few bits I've read recently about him over at Dusseldorf. Apparently, he's got quite a few assists and goals over last season. There's something like 5 goals and 7 or 8 assists because he is, from what I've read, essentially a forward-thinking midfield player more so than what he's doing at the moment. It's just Rothwell is a more forward-thinking player as well, but Tanaka can clearly do a job at what Ampadu is doing. But yeah, like you were saying there, he definitely plays a more advanced role in a team where there's someone sitting behind him.
Yeah, I agree. I think Tanaka being pushed forward that little bit, I think he'd suit that role. Yeah, I mean, we know we can spray a ball, and Ampadu back would be a massive boost. And they're only a couple of months away now. I think it's January, but I think he's had a schedule. I believe someone said. But yeah, hopefully we've got that to look forward to. Speaking of midfielders and Leeds, according to ex-Leeds United player Paul Robinson, take this as what you will. We have put a bid in.
Fucking Oracle.
Yeah. Apparently, we've put a bid in for McAtee from over at City, but take that with a pinch of salt. Do we need more midfielders, guys? Or would you like? Personally, I think we need a 10 rather than a striker. But Karl, I'll start with you. Coming back around. If you right quickly, where would you reinforce?
Well, the 10 is where I'd reinforce, and from what I know of McEntee, that's where he played for Sheffield United when they were in the Premier League, and I think if there's a reasonable kind of loan move to be had where we're not getting rinsed, I'd probably take him on from what I've seen of him. Like seemed very capable in a shit Sheffield United side.
Did. What about you, James? Would you take McAtee?
Yeah.
If you see him,
I think you might see a Solomon go and a McAtee come in possibly in January if we're going for him, because he is a good player.
Yeah. I'll get your opinion on that actually, Ollie, because I've not asked you this, but I think I spoke with Karl about it not long ago, and James. But the fan base seems very divided on Solomon. Where do you stand on Solomon? Do you think he'll go in January? Or do you like Solomon?
I don't personally think he'll go in January. I thought he started the season off very well, and when we actually signed him, I thought he's a level above this division. I thought he was a very, very good player, and since the injury, he's genuinely looked terrible, and it's a bit worrying. Obviously, he doesn't help himself with his social media posts. I think that doesn't help the fan base either, especially when you're putting stinkers, on the pitch, and then you're going and tweeting and putting these stuff that he does on his Instagram. Obviously, that's going to divide fan bases. But ever since he's come back from his injury, he looks so slow. He doesn't look, technical. And the commentators always say, like, I think he scored 5 and 5 for Fulham, and since then he hasn't got a league goal. And that shows, it really does in his game, really, with Solomon. But I don't know. Tottenham might look at it and think we're not playing him enough, especially if Radrizzani gets gets back fit. I don't think, because I probably at the moment, you're starting James, Nonto, and Radrizzani over Solomon based on form. So Tottenham could look at that and say, exactly. And Aronson, you could say, you're not playing him enough. He's coming back here, which I don't think many Leeds fans would be too against. But there is a player in there. There's 100% a player in there. We saw spells of it before the injury, and I really like the look of him. But really needs to win back the fans, maybe with a goal or at least a good performance.
Yeah, and staying off Instagram, that'll be a fucking fair shout. So
give him more drink as well.
Him and Rats.
More chaos. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for news because the international break is shit. I don't think. Did anybody watch any internationals? Karl, did you watch the France-Italy game?
I did, yeah.
Oh, what score were it by?
So I have to say about that. It's the first time they've beaten us in 17 years or something like that. So
if you didn't know,
in the sun.
The day in the sun, indeed, because it was a great free kick. James, Ollie, any England games under your belt this international break, or did you have better things to do like me, like lick the pavement?
Absolutely not. How dare you? How dare you ask me these questions?
I don't think I watched. I think I watched a bit of the second half of the Ireland game, but England, even in major tournaments, I really struggle to get behind England. I really do.
Yeah, I agree. International football just doesn't have the same zest anymore, does it?
And float the boat.
Yeah, it's obviously been very cold this week as well. Have you seen the pictures of Ellen Road? No. Yeah, the Night King himself has turned up. He's very, very good, very good. Oh, thank you. Right then, let's get on to this week's Guess the Player. If you've not played this before, watching at home, basically what I do is I tell you facts about this player, show you the image, and I need you to put the guesses in the comments, and I'll get guesses from our guests and James. So, are we all confident this week? Have we been doing this research? No, I didn't expect that from you, James. What about you, Karl? Have you been looking up players that you might think will pop up?
I'm feeling lucky here now today, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, every time you speak, I go into magical land.
Don't say it, Danny.
Right, so here is this week's Guess the Player. Now he started in Sao Paulo under 18s, and actually spent most of his early career in Japan, where he moved from Japan to FC Porto, then went to Zenit St. Petersburg, and now he's still playing in the depths of Brazil. So who do you think? At one point, he was, rated, I think, about 80 million. Bearing in mind a couple of years ago, he started in 2002, and he's still playing now. He's 38 years of age. So who do you think this player is? I will go to Mr. Ward first.
Really? Do you want to come to me first? I can't even think of anyone
he wants to go straight
right now. I would like to hear James and Karl's answers before my own.
That's a serious get out of jail card right there.
James will probably tell you about King Leopold II or something. It's always a dictator or something. I'll give you. It's from that era of good players where they all went to China at one point. Do you remember when they all went to China and stuff like that? Go on then, James. Give me your guess.
It's the fucking motherfucking Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, man. I was going to say Hulk.
Yeah.
Is it though?
No, it's not.
Is it though, Karl?
At all. I reckon it's the man off the blackjack sweet packet.
What, the Bassett guy?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Go on, Ollie. Give us a guess, mate.
I think it's the one and only Lee Mack.
I like Lee Mack.
That's a good shout.
He loves his Brazilian football.
What a name to pull out.
Lee Mack.
Lee Mack, of all people. I once said a joke by Lee Mack, and it got me. It's one of them jokes where he goes, "When I was a kid, my grandma came up to me as a little boy, and he went, what are you dressed as a little boy for?" And then she goes, here's 20 quid, don't tell your mother. And I went, why? She goes, because it's hers. Oh, banter.
He's class.
Well, let's have a look at the comments. It's your was Amnesia House TV. Hi James, it's your favourite driver's mate.
Right, Philip.
No, I don't think.
How you doing,
Oh,
mate?
Philip, right. The one and only Ronaldo or Rolando. I think. No. Let's go. So this is what you saw. It is in fact the Incredible Hulk.
I was so close, man.
Yeah. Well
So was
done,
I.
James.
I was bang on, mate.
You have what?
I knew it.
This week you have won.
I'm so proud of myself.
Some
Yeah,
respect. Respectper, as Ollie G would say. Right then, let's move on to Swansea. Let's actually talk about football and Leeds United and go straight for it. Ollie, any changes for you this weekend? Obviously, we've had the international break. Swansea at home. It's at their home. We're away, aren't we? Yeah, at their home. Sorry. Let me finish, Karl. Just because you've got a sexy voice, don't mean you can just start. You know. Yeah, it's over at Swansea, mate. Any changes for you? Who comes in? Do you start Joseph? Do you start Pirot? What do you think, mate?
I don't really know. I don't think we make any changes. Obviously, it was a bit of a weird one because what was the last game we beat? QPR 2-0. Was that our last game? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And it was a bit of a weird one because Farke said after that when he brought on Gulavogi, he said he was a bit annoyed that he went up the pitch and he was like, "I'm going to have a word with him," because he was like kind of trying pushing for goals and he wanted him to come on and see the game out. And that's a bit worrying from your manager when you're against bottom of the league at home. We're happy with a 1-0 and things like that. So I don't think he's going to be making too much changes. I think he's going to be happy with the squad. Obviously, Firpo's still. How long's Firpo out for? Is it 5 games?
2 more games.
3 games.
Two
Two.
more
You
games.
got a 3-game ban, yeah.
Oh, okay.
By the way,
2.5
Firpo
games.
smashing it for Dominican Republic against the local under nines.
I was going to say, I think us four would do all right for the Dominican Republic, to be fair.
Go on, Ollie, mate. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I think I'd go unchanged, and I would probably start Pirot. Probably he scored again, didn't he, against QPR? He's just You need him to keep scoring goals, but I don't. This is a bit arrogant, I think, as a Leeds fan, but I'm not really too worried about anyone this season. I know we will lose games, but this time last year, Leicester were about 20 points ahead. Ipswich weren't losing. Southampton were on their weird sort of, because they didn't lose in 20, did they? After nearly Martin went, and this year, I'm not threatened. But I know we lost to Burnley.
We helped them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not really threatened by Burnley. I know they beat us, but they've got one of the lowest XGs in the league. Scott Parker Burnley fans aren't happy with him. Sunderland as well should have beat them. Obviously, Melier was doing what he was doing, but
I loved that video, by the way. I loved your video about the Melier run. I loved it. Loved it.
But yeah, I would say, unchanged.
Unchanged. That's fair enough because if it's not broke, why fix it? Karl, what's your opinions on Sunday, mate?
Yeah, I same as Ollie. I wouldn't change anything really. If I was going to do anything at all, I think I'd bring in Joseph, because last time he scored for Spain, he came back and scored at Ellen Road. So it might be a good omen to bring him in. But again, like Swansea are one of them teams where they're going to come at us because they're at home, and from what we know of them, they've always tried to be a footballing side, so it'll leave places exposed, and I think it'll be a good game for Pirot to kind of get involved in. With them leaving space, he can expose that, and if he needs to finish outside the box, we know he can do it. He's like we said earlier, best finisher at the club. So bar the front player, striker, you don't change anything, but it's I don't know. Like I said, it's a hard one for Farke to call.
Bro against his old club as well, and I think he scored. Did he score a couple against Swansea last year? I think, and he was celebrating in front of them as well. So
Yeah. I hope he gives them that.
Shut
up.
He didn't know who was playing though, did he? He was away with the Ferrers.
Yeah.
He's like he picked up the right joint that day, didn't he? It's like this is the goal
He was
scoring
playing against Man City that day.
What about you, James, mate? Do we change anything? Would you, I mean,
We'll not change it.
Mate, you don't have the power to, but would you put
Melee up
5
front?
just for a laugh.
Target man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put Melier in their net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Start
do what you
Melier
did
for
there.
them.
Do what you did down there. Just move out of the way.
Yeah.
It's
I'll probably keep it. He'll keep it, won't he? What you saying?
it's an hard place to go though, James, isn't it? This
Not for us,
season.
it ain't. Shouldn't be. Shouldn't be.
Well, we said that against like
We're
Millwall.
yeah, but we still should have beat them. But it is what it is. That's my opinion. We're too good for this league. We're too good for this league, and we should beat them. But you know, we're Leeds. That's we beat us. No one beats us. We beat us.
Yeah.
But apparently they are terrible defensively. If they lose the ball, they're shit. Basically, they're pretty good with it. But if they lose it, they're shit. So, but we're good with the ball. So it's a battle of who's better at keeping the ball. So, and if we keep
being more clinical,
yeah, that's it.
Clinical.
That's our only problem, mate. It's just being clinical because we do create chances almost every game, even if it's one or two. There's still some really good chances, and just being clinical, like the Burnley game, for instance. If Joseph scores that goal, that game is completely different. And even the Nonto chance, it's like we do create good chances. We just need to be clinical when we do. We'll smash them.
I agree. We're currently 7th in the away form table. It's nothing to worry about. I don't think so, but we should be beating them. But I think when I referenced Millwall, yeah, we should have beat them, but it was just typical that we go goal behind from a set piece and they just put 10 behind the ball and it's hard to break down a low block. It just seems like when teams defend against us, it's just literally put everyone behind the ball because to limit our progression with the ball, the only way to beat a low block is just play the ball fast. And so they can't, when they set up, they can't get, but if we don't do that, we don't score, do we? And we don't get, it's
or put Melee up front and just start whacking balls in the box.
From the and hope that Strike and Rodon
wouldn't even have to jump.
Up.
Just stand there.
I hope Rodon gets the goal against Swansea. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Runs up to the home crowd. Take that, you fucking taffy
I think his head will explode.
I wonder what the odds would be on Dan James, Rodon, and bleeding Pirro getting a goal against Swansea tomorrow.
Oh my God,
That'd be good odds, wouldn't they? I'd say you get
that'd be
high
great,
odds.
That'd be a good request to bet.
See, the thing is as well, we're actually getting the fucking corners past the first man recently. Like I know they haven't been great, but it's nice to get it past the first man. So the
corners have been better. We've just not been better at dealing with them.
Converting them.
The thing is, when we score from a corner, it's strike, and it's not from a header. It's from
it's a shit corner as well.
A volley.
Shit corner.
Yeah.
And you just slap it in the top corner. Like, just take shit corners, but not so shit that it hits the first man.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, are we all predicting a win this weekend? Ollie, are you going for a?
I'll go. Yeah, literally, I was going to say either a 2-0 or a 2-1. I could maybe see 2 goals and then they get a goal, a bit squeaky bum time, but we hold on because, like you said, Swansea. I'm not worried about Swansea, but it would be a game we're all sitting here confidently thinking we're going to do it. Similar with Millwall, it was one where I thought it was going to be a difficult game, but what I took from the Millwall game is that you can just have a loss and take it as a loss. Like I think our fan base recently we're a bit Man United in the sense that if we lose a game, it's Farker out. Like it doesn't have to be that. You can lose a game, not deserve.
Did you say recently?
Yeah, true. But the thing is, it's like with the Millwall game, we necessarily didn't deserve to lose, but they outfought us. They were diving on the floor. They were doing things to win the game. Leeds were too nice, didn't have any fighters or leaders that game, I didn't think. And we lost the game fair and square. Move on. And then we just done what we done at the weekend. Was that then we went and beat QPR? We went and beat Plymouth. Or I knew we were going to turn it around, but it doesn't have to be every time you lose a game. This what needs changing. We need to change all this. Sometimes that's football, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, mate. It's I've never seen so many flat caps outside of Yorkshire. That bloody Millwall game is they're that cockney that it hurts them. Oh, you mate, fucking right, it's like they're morphing into some sort of weirdo. But yeah, Karl, what do you think, mate?
Yeah. I went 3-1 on our pod. I think that Cullen lad for Wales got 2 goals during the week. He'll be riding high a little bit. He'll be kind of buzzing from scoring. I think it's only like his first 2 international goals or something. So he'll be buzzing. Like, but the main thing is he didn't actually score them against Rodon. So that's his issue to deal with when he's facing Rodon. But yeah, I went 3-1 because I feel they're going to come out and play football. We're gonna find the spaces, and even if Radrizzani only comes on for 20 minutes, I think we've definitely got enough in the starting 11 to punish them.
Yeah, good shout, mate. What about you, James? I know you're going to back us to win because you never back us to lose or draw, for that matter. But what are you saying? 6, 7, 8, 9?
No, I'm gonna continue to do it until it happens. I'm gonna go 4-0.
Nice.
Jay did this
4-0
before.
sounds good.
I think they'll have.
Yeah.
I think the possession wise, it might be not as dominantly as we have been at times. I think they'll have a bit of possession, but I think we will punish them, and I think we'll do it. Well, I say we'll punish them. I think we're going to score 4, but we just need to be clinical. But 4-0. Yeah.
I'm going to go with I'm going to say 2-1. I think Perrault and Dan James for me. If, like you say, they're going to come out and play football, we play well against teams that want to play football rather than a low block. But yeah, it should be hopefully a routine win. Not to sound too arrogant, but there's a difference between arrogance and confidence, according to some people. But yeah, so let's move on then. Before we move on to letters for James, we have got a little mini segment, a guest segment, because Karl is on the show. And if you follow Karl, you know he's very outspoken and he is a very good person. But here it is.
He's a very good person.
Of the week. Conspiracies of the week. Karl, what have you got for us?
Well, when you asked me to do this,
less,
all right,
30 seconds or less, what is this week's conspiracy?
Right. Chemtrails are real. The BBC done a thing on it going, we're going to do solar fucking engineering and to block out the sun to save the environment. It's like thinking paying more taxes is going to help change the fucking climate. There you go. That's my bit.
There you go. It's conspiracy of the week. Pigeon noise. I forgot what noise pigeons make. it's working.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who? That pigeon. Right. Let's go on to James. Did I just hear your letterbox go?
No, because it come earlier. But yeah, you did.
What a dick.
Help me out.
Letters to James.
Who has wrote to you this week, James?
So you mentioned earlier about our owners. So I've got a letter from Parag Marathe.
Oh,
It's nice.
take it away.
Nice. Okay.
It is nice. I've read it already. It's a really nice one.
Okay.
Hi James. It's Leeds United chairman Parag Marathe. Seeing as it's the international break, I thought I would take my time to write to you, as I'm a huge fan of the podcast and listen regularly. Sometimes I like to dress up as a stormtrooper. It has a massive Leeds United badge sellotaped to the back of it. Wink, wink. Then I put my Adidas Predator boots on and just blast the 49ers football at the wall outside my house whilst NALP plays into my ears. So huge fan of the show. In fact, I was considering making the official club podcast. Question mark. I think you might be asking us, Dan, to be fair.
Oh, right, okay.
That's
All
pretty
right.
Anyway.
good. It's a good goal on that.
I also wanted to let all the NALP viewers into some parts of my life, as you guys only know the guy who does contracts in his sleep, right? Well, I'm going to let you know some of the other amazing skills the Commander-in-Chief of Leeds United has up his sleeve. So on top of contracts in my sleep, I can also retile my roof whilst filing the last 10 years of expenditure of company money spent on aquatic equipment. I can also pat my head whilst rubbing my stomach. Man, oh, he's American, ain't he? So he's writing in American. Sorry, I didn't even realise. Man, I can tell you what you ate yesterday by sticking my fingers in your ears, whilst opening 3 new Leeds United merchant websites. I once entertained 7 investors on a yacht whilst having brain surgery. I'm pretty incredible, guys. And you guys are lucky to have me as chairman, because together we're probably going to conquer the world. Or, we just sell you. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not. But yeah, anyway, you guys are great. We'll be in touch when I'm surfing a fucking volcano. Take care, guys. Harag, a.k.a. Big Dog Marathe. P.S. We're going up as hero champions.
Hero champions. Well, there you have it. That is this week's letters to James from Parag Marathe. Thank you very much for writing in.
Thank you.
Well,
Brad.
yeah, he's a big fan. He's a big fan. That was this week's letters to James.
Letters to James.
Wow. Well, yeah. There we go. Now we're nearly there. Don't worry, Ollie. We'll get you off to your sewing lesson.
Thank you.
So we'll move on to top knob
Yeah.
then. So this week's
That was
top knob. Basically, if you've not been here before, we talk about who's pissed us off this week. I think I know where James is going to go with this. He nominates it every time. But so yeah, we nominate it, put the nominations in the middle, and then we pick a winner that goes on to the top knob. So let's get into top knob.
Top knob.
Bing. Right. So James, we'll start with you first. Who's pissed you off this week?
Norman from down the road. He gave me a really dirty look the other day, and I thought, "Ooh, you dirty bastard!" International break. You've ruined the last 2 weeks of my life by just being there. So you're gonna get it again because I wasn't here last week to do it. So you're getting it this week.
I did nominate it for you. I don't know if you saw, but I did nominate it for you.
I
So
know
that's
you did,
international
but
break.
I wanted to do it in person.
Carl, that's fine. That's fine. Carl, who's pissed you off this week apart from the government, BBC, anybody?
Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
well,
it's
And the
a
person
long
that was
that
a
made
noise.
that tinfoil hat for you.
It's a long list. I had someone there, and now it's gone. Can you come back to me? I had it.
I can come back to you.
The government have taken out your brain, Carl.
I should
They've
put this
took your
back on,
thought.
man. Fucking a lot safer, like.
Put it back on.
I'll come to you then, Ollie. Who's pissed you off this week, buddy? Do you want? It can be more than one person. If you want.
Well, it's not actually probably a person; it's a thing.
Is it not? It's not your dog again, is it?
No,
You nominated your dog last time, if you remember. People
No,
who go
but
back
he's
to
not really a
episode
dog.
35 from last season.
How is your dog anyway?
Yeah, he's dead now. Bless him.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Ollie, man.
No, he's not really. He's not.
Yeah, I need to.
He's not. He's not. He's sorry. That's so hard. He's not.
He's dead. He's dead.
He's alive. And
Quiet.
kicking.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Who's he
No,
kicking?
it's
I actually thought
it's-
you killed him.
no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was actually a coffee got from
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Oh.
It was one of the worst things I've ever had in my life. Genuinely, it was terrible. It was supposed to just be a white coffee, and it was mud. It was disgusting. And yeah, that's what I would like to say. I only got it today. I was furious.
Controversial, that is.
You know why you got
don't-
that, Ollie?
yeah.
Because you went to McDonald's for coffee.
That is so,
that
is so
is true.
that is true.
is
Yeah. Touche.
It's like, you know.
What did you expect, Ollie? I mean, come on. It's the embodiment of disappointment. McDonald's coffee.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Even they knew that you
So-
went there and thought, what a
Yeah.
knob. There you go, take
I
that.
don't know.
Maybe I'm the knob.
Like that at the till. Sorry, you want a what? You want a coffee?
Have
A
you not
Mc
heard
coffee.
of their
Coffee.
coffee?
Do you want a Mc disappointment with that?
Yeah.
Do we even do coffees, guys?
Hey,
Look at what machine
Steve,
does
he
on
wants
there.
coffee. This guy here. Yeah, coffee. Yeah, I've told him. Yeah. That's £4, please.
Take a picture of him, we'll put it on the wall.
That wall
Sorry,
up there.
mate. Can you just look up there in that camera for me, please? Anyway, let's stop.
Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry to piss you all off there. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah. Ollie's won it. No, never mind. Karl, mate, come on then.
I remembered.
Who's pissed you off this week?
The team next to me in work put up a Christmas tree on Tuesday, and that pissed me off because it's not even fucking December.
Wankers.
See,
it's not on. Like, I'm
I
no
agree.
Grinch, but you know what I mean. It's 1st
Oh,
of
I'm a
December.
Grinch.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Couldn't
I
give a
agree.
flying fuck. But on a desk, 8 feet away from me, it's not what I want. Like, it's not what I want in November. I want to be
It's
starting.
what people are-
I tried, like, but there's a huge fucking dude sitting beside it. I wanted to moan about the weather, you know, and all that before the actual trees went up. But now the tree's gone up, it's getting it. So the fucking Christmas tree in work.
It's getting it. It's getting it. It's going to go up to it like that, start stabbing it like that.
Yeah. Treeism.
So we've got
Set it on
Christmas tree,
fire.
McDonald's coffee, and international break. I'm not going to
Ollie
nominate
out, yeah.
international
Killed his
break.
dog, you know.
I'm going to go along with the Christmas theme because I think at this point, November is just November. It's just the bridge between Halloween and Christmas, and they shouldn't be touching.
No.
But yeah, there's someone across the way who's got the lights up already, and it makes me
I'm fine,
my
mate.
teeth itch. So I'm going to go with the Christmas. I'm going to have to go Christmas. So this week's top knob, the Christmas system.
Top knob.
Speaking of Christmas, Ollie, how's the
How bitter are we?
for those for,
as Christmas.
yes, we are the
Christmas is
embodiment
top knob.
of welcome to the McScrooge podcast. Grinchy McScrooge. That's a new.
Don't say look in front of Ollie.
Yeah, don't. Mate. That's not hurting people.
Thanks very much for coming on this week, guys. That is the end of this podcast. Ollie, before we move on, mate, how was the for those people that don't know, Ollie does have a few songs out on Spotify and other platforms and stuff. Please do go check them out. They are really good. Nothing to say, it's my personal favourite. But no, it generally is. I do like it. I had it on just before. Any advancement? You got any plans for any more music coming out, mate?
Nah, I mean, music is just, I do it like maybe once a year, if that. And yeah, maybe I
Does it
should
in
do
sleep?
it more. Yeah, maybe I should do it more. But yeah, it's a weird one. As soon as I put a song out, I instantly dislike it. Like, I think I'm like, oh, don't want to listen to that again. So, and then I think I get put off by making music just because of that. But I appreciate it. You are that one fan that keeps listening to that song, so I appreciate it.
Because I don't know if you know, I was listening for your songs and I saw a picture on one of your songs. Have you been on your Spotify lately?
Oh no, it hasn't changed to like a naked bloke or something. What was?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I tried to find it earlier, but I think you might have got rid of it. I don't know. But anyway, I took a little. I spoke to your record company, and they said you've got a Christmas single coming out.
Oh, they weren't supposed to tell you that.
Yeah. Well, I've got the poster.
Okay.
And it's called "Let Me Put My Christmas in You" by Ollie Ward, and it's coming.
That's so annoying. They've got my body
What's coming?
as well.
Wait there. Whoa.
It's called Jingle Balls.
Nice. Yeah. It's
Nice.
Come on, tell us more about it, mate.
Listen, it's November. We shouldn't be talking Christmas right now. When it hits December,
Yes, Ollie.
I'll spill the beans. I'll let you know all about it. I'm a bit pissed off.
Top
about
knob, remember?
Yeah, a bit pissed off about them telling you, and they took a nice photo where I'm looking a bit fat there. But either way,
You were bulking there, Ollie, were you?
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
weren't in shape.
In your front room.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
At least
That's your
4%
front room,
body
Ollie.
fat. Shocking.
You put your Christmas tree up, you liar.
I've actually not to leave. Not to leave. But when Karl sees, the Christmas, he finds a conspiracy. It's Karl in there trying to find the connections and the dots in there. But yeah, right. Yeah, so we'll look forward to that. We'll talk about that next month, Ollie. But talk us through your channel, Ollie, mate. What's going on over there? Anything dropping soon?
Just the same old stuff. Match reactions. I do a thing called 5 things we learned after each game, and just kind of talk through the game really.
It's like a lesson.
And when sort of like January kicks in, it'll be transfer rumors. All the stuff people hate, but like clicking on and finding out what's going on.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's it.
it's one of them. It works in my favour. But no, just the same old stuff, mate. Same old stuff.
There you go, Herbert.
Release a Christmas
There
thing.
you
Hey,
go. There
it's
you go.
coming. Don't you worry
Ollie,
about it.
man, it's hard enough. It's hard
Not
enough
enough
when other
Herberts about
people
it, is
hate your music. Don't fucking hate it yourself. All right, put shit out, man. Get it done. Yeah,
That's so true. That is so true.
yeah. Get
So,
it done.
as soon as December hits, me and Herbert outside Ollie's window, like, hey.
Get arrested for that shit, man.
I was gonna say we banned you.
Well,
That's the
no
smug lads
judge
you got
can
there.
tell me what to do.
Well, you're
No
implied
court
right
is
of
strong enough
access.
to keep me away. No order can be strong enough to keep me away from Ollie.
Oh, smell him down the mic, can you?
Carl, you've
Just
done
sniffed your own
anything
breath,
happening?
then.
I did. I was sniffing Ollie through the. Yeah, can you hear that? Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Anyway, God, where's this podcast going?
That's not how microphones work, but let's crack on.
Yeah. You obviously don't. You've not got the smell of 3000. Right, Carl. Let me get this out. Carl,
Yeah.
anything happening over on Auto No Better, mate?
Yeah, we've got the post-match pod, Browdy and Coke on Sunday. Well, I think Sunday, maybe Monday. It depends on when Jay gets back from Scotland. He's on with Smarties, so have to wait and see. Potluck.
It was Zoom
and
back.
then
Have you seen him go to space really quick?
Who? Jay.
Oh, yeah, Jay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was on that one. That was quality, man.
Yeah.
Woo.
So funny.
And then main pod.
I'll go at the right
Tuesday,
moment.
He did though. He fucking timed it perfectly. To be fair, like that was perfect.
So
And the
funny,
fact
it's
that-
perfect.
The fact that he's an IT dude and he knew how to do it straight away was just fucking perfect. It was like, yes, this wasn't planned. Jay just knows what he's doing.
If you're just joining us and wonder why we're being so grumpy about Christmas, this is us when we see Christmas lights up in November. What are they doing? Oh. But anyway,
All of us
let's
combined.
yeah, in one person. Thanks very much, everyone, for joining us on this incredible journey throughout this podcast. Thanks again to Ollie for coming on. We probably won't see him again now because I think I've scared him off quite a bit. Carl,
Sniffing
once
your
again,
microphone's trying to smell him, mate. He's fucking running.
mate.
I don't know what you
I don't-
expect from me.
Mate, I don't have to sniff my microphone to know what it smells like. It's
I know you don't.
I hover above
I
him.
know you
I
don't,
hover
mate.
above him like Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible 1. Like
Is
that,
it,
on a
is
bit
it
of rope.
McDonald's getting a shitty coffee?
Yeah, that's the only place I won't go when it goes in. But yeah, has anybody got anything to add before we shoot off for the weekend?
Merry
No.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, yeah.
Get fucked, Ollie.
Sunday, mate. Possibly.
Yeah.
Go on then, James. Right, quick.
If Kev's alive, Sunday club.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Once Kev is feeling a bit better, we will do Sunday Club. It will be an actual after the match reaction later on that night. But yeah, thanks everyone
Pretty
for
much,
tuning
yeah.
in. Please do like and subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000. So if you could just smash us a subscribe and a like, it helps us get more out, and
Do it.
it helps us
Do it now.
do more silly stuff. If you like our content, please do that. Right, yeah. Thanks everyone, and we will see you next week.